I discovered I wanted to be a scientist when I was in the 5th grade in Huntsville, Alabama. I had a class and a father came in on Parents' Day. They didn't really do that when I was young, but this guy came in and he was a NASA engineer and he talked about astronomy and I got hooked. I was just hooked, and from that point on I knew I wanted to be a scientist, and the bug bit, you know, doing things that have never been done before, and but always asking, well, why not? Why is it like that? You know, how does a photon travel the length of the universe? I mean, doesn't anything slow it down? I mean, how does this work? You know, it's some of the most basic things that are some of the most interesting, and we still don't know it. When I was at the university as a professor, I actually utilized video cameras to micro-machine silicon and to what was called a laser programmable gate array. And that was one of the first times I actually started thinking about using video in more of a scientific manner. So this was back in the 80s. After 8 years of being at the university, I decided to leave and start a business in this new industry that was now called machine vision. So I've sort of had a love affair with the photon my whole life. My company, Pyramid Imaging, is a distributor and integrator, but we really see ourselves as problem solvers. So we work with customers trying to find the right pieces of the puzzle. Cameras, the right lens, the right lighting, software. Our goal is if we get all the right pieces of the puzzle, you can then put it together and create the right picture. And if you do that correctly, you can then solve the problem. So machine vision is an exciting industry. It's starting to permeate every other industry that exists. And I think what excites me the most is watching how imaging is improving life in the world. It's staggering to me how many different areas imaging is going as components are getting less expensive and as resolutions are increasing, frame rates are increasing, and as they're extending the electromagnetic spectrum to help humans see beyond what they normally have seen, they're starting to go into every industry that's out there. So what I think is going to happen going forward is that we're going to see imagers become a little bit more integrated with other electronics, embedded electronics like GPS, wireless. They'll start becoming incorporated in what's called the Internet of Things. We'll see probably some MEMS, like microelectromechanical systems, working with imagers for nice, small, embedded little systems that just do incredibly intelligent things. So we're seeing things that are happening in agriculture where unmanned aerial vehicles are finding diseased crops and allowing point of application pesticide use instead of just blanket covering acreage. We're seeing very high resolution images now from satellites that allow remote sensing. We've got intelligent highways, autonomous vehicles starting to go on them. Robots are starting to just go everywhere. It's just been phenomenal, and I think it's a great time to be in this business. I tell people it's a good time to envision the future. There's times when I just think I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to buy a pizza parlor, and I'm just going to push pizzas out the door. I mean, once you know how to make about a half a dozen pizzas, what else you got to learn? You know, and people are going to buy pizzas till the day you die, I die, my kids die. They're going to eat pizza, and I don't have to be on that treadmill just running. But I'm not curious about pizzas. There's the difference.